It is in fact. It is in fact crunch time. Oh, you made it.
I told you I just had to put creamer in my coffee.
Okay, well, she's almost here.
Coffee.
She's nearly here. I did not mute my computer. Please mute my computer. If you don't mind. I don't always remember to do that. Thanks. Hi, folks. Good morning. Welcome to Thursday. How are you?
Tired. I'm okay though.
Tired but okay?
Mm-hmm.
Tired but okay is probably a feeling that many people can relate to. At any given time, like, I also am tired but okay. We've got something special this morning. My mother made muffins. They're blueberry cream cheese muffins made with fresh blueberries. I have not tried it yet. Some of you are thinking, exactly. Intelligent One says, May hasn't even ended yet. It's true. But we're going to give these a shot. I presume that they are really good and probably really rich. I'm very glad that I have a coffee.
Oh, the paper one's on too.
Yep. I also got a paper towel because I figured that this would be messy and or sticky. Okay. That's very good. And very sweet. And it is a muffin and it is sticky. No mac and cheese? Well, we considered it. We didn't consider it. Great. That was angled in such a way that the crumb fell off, rolled down my hand, and onto my pants. Got it.
These are messy.
They are messy. They're very, crumbly. It's
Yeah.
like, what's that word when something crumbles? Crumbly. It's crumbly. There's only like one more bite, though.
For you, yeah. You have a big mouth.
Thanks. On a scale of 0 to 3, how many goods? DJ Sherbert asks.
3.
It's 3. I did it. Seldom is it like just a few minutes in and I'm like, and breakfast is done. But I did it. It was over. Thank you, Mom. That was great. You know,
Coffee.
don't do it again anytime soon, but it was very good. Muffin is sweet. Woo!
Yeah. You put that over there.
Over where?
On the table.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. I don't have any room over here. Can you put it on your side? On this side, you guys can't see because it's like right off screen. Is Super Nintendo controller and Mario RPG Player's Guide. Everything is just in stasis for all the streams. So whenever we come back to Mario tomorrow, it's ready.
Except the Elgato. That's downstairs, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have to keep moving one of the capture cards.
Between my computer and Steven's computer.
We use the same capture card to play Mario RPG as we do for Mal to capture Animal Crossing. So that has been jumping back and forth. Although right now, we're probably not going to be recording more Animal Crossing for a little while.
Yeah, but then I can't play on my computer. I don't have a screen. Unless you move my dock back to the living room. Shrug.
Which, I mean, I can do.
Yeah.
Which I can do. Yeah, it probably seems wild because like there's a bunch of camera equipment, all sorts of like wild technologies in this house, but Mallory does not have a monitor in her studio that has HDMI.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if we can get by with something, we try to. Like, so we, you know, haven't bought one.
Yeah. And like,
We just haven't.
it's just hard to play in handheld mode. It hurts my hands.
So like Mal has her iMac, and then there's
That does
another
something.
then
Okay.
there's another monitor that she uses when she does like PC games, like when we play GTA.
But
and-
it's old.
But that monitor uses DVI. It does not have HDMI. Also, sure, early beans. I see the beans, I'm like, there's so many beans. So many beans. Okay.
And my painting monitor isn't...
Oh, man. God, they're going to be like, Steven, Jesus, buy Mallory new equipment. She got new lights. I'll remind everyone. She got new lights when we moved in here.
Uh-huh.
So, like, there has been upgrades. But, and all, well, you got new lights and you also got, that audio interface.
Yeah.
Like, your audio got an improvement
Yeah.
when we moved in here. So the audio and the lighting got better. But yeah, this is great. This is great. This is great. Mallory's monitor that she sees herself in whenever she's doing her painting videos.
So I can see if the thing is recording or where I am on the screen.
Yeah, is a 13-year-old Samsung TV that is only 720p. And Mallory's camera, the GH4, outputs 1080. And that Samsung does not downscale. So if you put a 1080p signal into that Samsung, it is a black screen. So instead, we have a converter box that down converts 1080p to 720p. And that is how Mallory uses her monitor. But the thing is, it's all equipment we already had.
Yeah.
That's
And we have
that's
no
the
other
thing.
use for that TV. Or the
Like-
monitor that I have.
Like that's like we already had that converter.
Yeah.
We already had that monitor. So we just made things work
Uh-huh.
and we have upgraded things as we needed to.
Yeah.
But, you know, monitor for Mal. I mean, so the thing is, like, we could get Mal a monitor, but that doesn't improve anything. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, it doesn't make your videos better.
No.
It changes nothing. So, the thing that you really need is you need one of these monitors,
Yeah.
because then you'll be able to have a 1080 screen, which you don't. And then also, you'll have HDMI if you wanted to do something like play Animal Crossing in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I've got a plan. I've got a plan. There's like a long-term plan for making all of this like work, but it's one of those situations of, you know, people see like the final product and they don't realize like the stuff that's going on behind the camera, because
Yeah.
there's all sorts of like really old crap. Like, I'm really expecting at some point that converter box is just going to explode.
Well, when I was recording last, it just turned off. The TV did.
Well, the other thing is the TV's 13 years old, so... Yeah. Wolf Boy says, how many years is that plan? There's going to be a lot of upgrades this year, almost assuredly. I'm just waiting on when to do that. But it's going to be like a... it's going to be a domino effect. Like, getting one thing will mean that this thing doesn't need to be used in this particular scenario, so it'll be pushed to this place, which means that what was being used before can be pushed, and it's going to be a big domino effect. So, it's not an excuse. There is a plan. It's just funny because, like, again, we're down converting a signal to get a 720p signal out of the camera into the television, and I'm just like, this is fine. This is fine. Anyway, God, I feel like is it just today that my hair started falling into my face? Is this new? Why is this happening today? I'm trying to keep it up out of, because it bothers me.
I got that headband.
Yeah.
You want it?
Also, sorry, Satsy says, it is an excuse. You used rocks to sort out your office screen problem.
It worked.
I mean, you know, the alternative was probably more expensive. And these rocks were like $2. And it did work. God, I don't know if everyone knows about that, but one of the problems we had is that we needed our we needed the TV stand to be higher, and I was trying to figure out a way to like a special mount to get the television higher on the TV stand. And Mallory, I think it was your idea to just put it on rocks.
I was like, let's just raise it up.
So we went to Home Depot and we bought
Paper
rocks.
stone?
And raised, and we put rocks under the whole thing, and I was like, done. Perfect. And it's great. Intelligent One says, wasn't it the chat idea? It might have been a chat idea. It's a good idea. It was a very cheap way of doing it, and it worked. But again, like, I don't know. I have a very, like, particular way of doing things. Like, if there's a legit need for something, we'll do it. And if I'm gonna buy something, I generally buy only really good stuff.
And by the time we wanted this to happen with the TV stand, it was like, well, we don't want to be in this house forever. So what's the point in getting something that fits here if we're gonna be leaving?
Because we know we won't be here forever.
Yeah, because we did that about 6 months into our lease.
Yeah, so... Yeah, it's kind of like it's a little toss-up. But yeah, everything...
Because there's like a chair I want for the studio.
Yeah.
And like, there's no point in getting it now, because then we have another chair.
But there's a plan. Also, speaking of things randomly having issues, because you were talking about your... TV.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, my camera had a weird problem. Because I was recording something yesterday, and then the recording just stopped, and the camera was like, recovering data, hold on. And I'm like, what does that mean? So that's never happened. And I've been using that one for a little over a year. So that was exciting. It was fine. I recorded the clip again. But, you know, now I'm just, like, slightly paranoid. It almost seems like an SD card issue. But I'll keep an eye on it. Anyway, alright. My hair honestly hasn't been bothering me that much.
I'll go get the headband.
But, like, today is the day. It's...
When I used to have bangs. They were cut right up to my eyebrows.
Yeah.
And when I wanted them grown out, my mom said, okay, but I don't want you doing this all the time. So you have to wear a headband until they're grown out. You want a headband?
I mean... Sure. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. I guess I'm wearing a headband today. Alright, anyway, let me read a few of these while she does that. 19 months from Old Ramen. Thank you, Old Ramen. 6 months, double plus from Acro World 19. Appreciate it. 100 bits from Casey. Casey.crafts. 500 bits from Mr. Game Boy, who says, you know what keeps me up at night? Knowing that read and lead rhyme, but red and lead... Oh, but read and lead don't rhyme, but red and lead also rhyme, and read and lead don't rhyme. I'm curious to see if you read this right, or if you read this right.
Here you go.
I saw what was happening, and I tried to adjust on the fly. Oh, it's this one. I hate this one.
I don't have another headband.
How?
I don't.
This one goes like down. Is it
Put
here?
it over your head, like a necklace.
Like over this way?
It doesn't matter. Now spin it so that part's in the back, and then just put it up over your head. And like over your ears. And then just slide it back. You have so much hair. Is that better?
I mean, you know.
I mean, normally you'd wear it a little further back. And you got a twist in it.
Like, define better.
It's not in your face.
But, I mean, is it not in my face? I mean, it's true, it's not in my face. But, you know, it's creating new unforeseen problems. Like, for one, it's like pulling my hair.
It's because you have a twist in it.
What? I don't know what that means.
It's twisted.
Okay. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! Ooh!
I pulled, I'm sorry.
Ooh! Ooh! Be careful back there.
Snap. I don't want to pull your hair. It's twisted.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alright.
Push it back a little further.
Further? It's gonna... Listen, all the good that I've done up here it's gonna come back down.
You can push it further. Your hair is long enough. There you go.
Sorry, I tab over to see what this looks like. It seems... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is... Yeah, this is life now. Okay. Let me go back to reading. 19 months from Renee. Thank you, Renee. 19 months, thanks for all the laughs and toast. No problem. I just got a text, and I just know that it's like my mom. Just beyond a shadow of a doubt. Felt my leg vibrate, and I'm like, that's mom. It's definitely mom. Yeah? She said, pretty soon I'll be able to just get it into a man bun. How close am I from being able to just like have like a ponytail?
I don't know.
Probably a little ways
longer. You have to
longer.
be able to get that to wherever the ponytail is.
It's gonna be a while.
A month?
A month?
I don't know.
I would assume longer.
You're pretty close.
M for man bun. Thank you, chat. Anyway, 13 months from Spark Strike 13. 13 months already. What even is linear time anyway? Also, congrats on your golden resub, because you have a 13 in your name, so 13 months. I've just invented a new term. Golden resub. 16 months from Panda 33. Obligatory 16. Thank you, Panda. 9 months from Master Sword 97. Appreciate it. Triple plus. 300 bits from Prince. I tried very hard to sleep last night. I tried to sleep and fell asleep around midnight. Okay, not bad. That leaves me 8 hours before the stream wakes me up. I wake up before 2. I move, because I am hot, to the living room. I go back to sleep. I wake up as Dad gets ready to work. I return to my room so as to sleep the 3 hours left till stream in earshot of the speakers. I wake up again, and after fighting to sleep and failing, get up at 7, shower, and worry about how I have work in 3 hours. Whew. That sounds exhausting. Prince, I'm sorry. I hope that you managed to get some sleep today. And we had a milk bomb from Jules. Well, thank you, Jules. 5 subs. Appreciate that. Where'd they go? They went to Sunshine Kazoo, Fatboy 504, The Unknown 525, Daredevil McFly, and Mario Kart 777777. 7. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see. It's far away.
Did you see what Jules said?
Jules says, just want to say I've been really looking forward to these breakfast streams every week. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. We have always really enjoyed doing these. I say always, but, since they began. Before we started doing them, we weren't looking forward to them at all. But it's a good way to make sure that we're up and moving and, get our day started. And
I look forward to coffee.
I also look forward to coffee. And it's nice to know that other people are getting up and looking forward to it as well. So, and Jules, I'm glad you're here. I am. I'm glad that you're getting sleep. Like, if you're gonna do it, in 2 different cycles, then if it's working for you, cheers to that. As long as you feel rested every day. This headband. Mal, do you remember the end of Coliseum 2019?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Do you remember what happened to me?
Yes.
Okay. I think that was a side effect of my headband being on very tight.
Uh-huh.
So...
Is that happening?
Well, I'm just saying, if by the end of the stream, I get, like, crazy...
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with this.
Okay, well then take it off.
Okay.
If it is.
Yeah, I'll take it off before we get to that. Also, if I just have it on here for a bit and then take it off, it'll probably just keep it back.
Maybe.
Fun. Love it. 6-month resub from Munchkin Macadamia. Good morning, grandparents. I wish I could stay, but I have to go on my daily walk for today. I mean, that's good. Take a walk. Walks are good. We'll also, likely be here when you get back. 13 months from Shy. So last Thursday, when they announced the new Paper Mario, I was so surprised by that I didn't take note of the exact release date. When I looked at it again yesterday, I noticed it was actually coming out on my birthday.
Cool.
Cool. You also get a birthday game this year. My birthday game was Animal Crossing. I'm pretty happy about that one. It just so happens that my birthday also fell on the same date as the most important video game release in the history of mankind.
And it's a shame that you didn't actually get to celebrate your birthday in-game.
Yeah, I literally have to wait the longest.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Let's see. 327 bits from Shishu-sama. Good morning. I have y'all on my bedroom TV today. Best morning show. Take that. I don't know any morning shows. Ryan Seacrest. Does he still do the thing?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. 19 months from Sephiroth 1204. Clever pun about 19. That always works, by the way. You can just always write that into the always. You don't ever have to actually think of anything. If you write that, it still works. Thank you, Sephiroth. 3 months from Samarulian. Good morning, Stephen and Mal. It's been a while since I've been here, such that it's almost my 4-month sub anniversary now. Oh, hey, moving from 3 to 4 very quickly. That seems like a pretty good move. Yep, I think... Okay. Okay, I'm just going to slide this back.
Uh-huh.
A little bit. There we go.
Are you taking it off?
I'm trying to get it where it's not physically causing me pain. That's better.
Okay.
That's bad. And in a minute, all my hair will like go, and this thing will just go and just shoot up to the ceiling.
It's not that tight.
So here's the thing, Mel.
See if it stays.
Oh. Oh, you're getting a big jolly out of this, ain't you? What does it look like?
Look to the side. Straight to the side. All the way. Yes.
Whoa. You know what? I'm fine with this. Sure. And hey, you know what? It's not on my face now.
It's gonna slowly.
No. I look like a 90s emo sitcom character.
Let me show you from the side. Look forward. Oh, I need to get this exposed a little better. There we go.
Wow, that's just...
Do you see it in the back, too? In the back, it's like...
That's fine. That's fine. Like, my hair is really thick, but all of the stuff, like, right here in the front coming out is light and thin enough that it's all just floofy. It's fine. I'm basically one of them pedigree dogs they put in the shows. I need to keep reading. 300 bits from Padawan Wabako says, oh god. Toi bon.
Coffee.
Three good. 666 bits from Furious Kitty. Hey, Mal and Steven. No any comment today, just wanted to tell you how awesome you are, and shout out to the awesome community. And I dare you to say the Bavarian word this, which means tail of a squirrel. Ochkaltschwof. Ochkaltschwof. How badly did I murder it? I don't know. I'm pretty good at murdering languages. I drag them into an alley and just beat them. Everyone's shouting, "It's already dead, please." And I'm like, should I try a different pronunciation of this word? And everyone's like, no, please, God, no. Just stop. 20 months from Mr. Incredible Noob Lord 20. That's the number of days until my birthday, minus 4. So let us celebrate with a harmonious tune. Well, happy... reasonably early birthday. Oh god, by harmonious tune I mean how about the song about headbands? I have searched all across the land for something better than this stupid headband, because when I put this on, don't you know that it hurts and it makes me want to do a harm. Wait, no. What? No, you can't. This isn't for you.
Coffee.
I'm not gonna be able to. Makes me want to do a harm. That's the one. That's the one that they use in court. They're like, Your Honor, you'll see why. I should probably redo that one.
Coffee.
Oh, he got it.
Yes, he got it. He's a cat. It's not a toy. What was let me I'm gonna try this one again. I had that headband on and it affected my brain. Let's try a completely different angle on this and see if I can
do you want the headband?
Do a better job. One thing that I don't like to wear is a hat. It causes me to feel like a cat, constrained with all of that hair pushed far down. So anytime things are on my head, I always cause my frowns, It's not a good morning for me.
No,
the rhyme was there, but I messed up the word. You know what? Nope, moving on.
Are you
moving
tired?
on. Moving on. Yikes. Also, it's a song about headbands and I sang about hats, so clearly I've lost my mind. Thank you, Noob Lord. Cool. Cool. Let's keep reading. There's too much stuff to read. 18 months from Hotek's page who says, boo. Which now feels almost as if it was directed towards my song, even though it was many, many minutes before. Thank you for the 1+.
Your mom says she can bring over hair glue, and then you can glue your hair straight up. And then you'll be 7 feet tall.
Coffee.
Thanks, Mom. 300 bits from Summer Sencha. Morning. Today I have a challenge for you. Can you pronounce this Norwegian word? Blaberstillostall. It's Norwegian for blueberry jam. Blobbersitteltoy. Blobbersitteltoy. Blabbersitteltoy. That's pretty close. 300 bits from Prince 7. Mao, read my poem. Mao, read that poem.
It's called Hope. I hope for peace, I hope for sleep, I hope for smiles, I hope for freedom. I hate hope. Hope clings to every ray of light, every whisper of agreement. It's determined. It clings to the soul, whispers sweet lies. Things may change. Maybe this time there's no chance if you don't try. That's hope. I have hope and yet I'm still breathing.
Thank you, Prince. 18 months from Jennifer Jack, 1+. Thank you, Jennifer. 300 bits from Satsu says, all bits today should go towards a Mao monitor fund because Steven otherwise won't do it. That's not... Listen, listen. There will come a time...
I'm fine.
It'll be okay. There's a plan. I promise.
I like how Kep came over here to lay on me because I had the headband because he was playing with it.
And then he just laid down.
And then he just like half laid on me. He looks so uncomfortable.
Poor guy.
And he's like falling asleep.
Because of him, I've been up since 6:15. Maybe that's why I'm having trouble with the songs, because I've been up a bit. 500 bits from Nixelpad says, good morning, grandparents. Today at 3:15, I have to travel to the next city over to be able to take a teaching certification exam for teaching secondary mathematics, grade 6 through 12. I'll have you wish me luck by having Mao sing a song about teaching. Oh, thank God.
Oh, no.
It's like I saw sing a song and it said Mao. It's like, oh, good. Mao will be writing out her... You know what?
Nixel said mathematics. Is that UK?
You know
what?
They
say maths? Or are you taking, like, the praxis in the US here?
You know what you should do?
Huh.
Honest to God.
What?
This will help you so much.
No.
Open up notes.
And start writing now.
You have time. Write a song. Just come up with your rhymes. It'll help you so much. Imagine if I had time to write my rhymes out. Imagine if I got like a minute. I wouldn't even need a minute. Like 30 seconds. And I could just write my stuff out. Imagine how every song would be so good. In the future, everyone gets a written song. Anyway, good luck on your certification exam. That word is like my least favorite word, exam. Partially because I haven't had to take one in like... How long have I been out of college? 9 years? Anyway, I hate tests. I wasn't necessarily like bad at them, but... Oh, and Brandon says, exam also has a medical context. I really don't like those either, but I'm far more okay with those than, like, taking a test, so. Also, Lillian says, I just joined the stream. Did y'all confront your neighbor yet? If so, how did it go? We haven't. We're gonna have to write a letter and, like, leave it somewhere.
But I wasn't done, Nixel.
Go. What you got?
Taking the praxis was
Sing.
not fun. I got the workbook and questions I got right was none. I did really bad on the workbook, you see. But then I took the praxis and then
It went okay for me.
It went
okay for me. I'm here to save you. What's that line from Star Fox? I'm here to rescue you. That was pretty good.
Thanks.
Because you had the words, I was like, sing out. Mal really does cool. I know. I know. But you did it. You did it. Good work. That was a good... It all turned out okay. Your song went better than mine. My 2 attempts. 5,000 bits from Nixel Patch, a song about teaching. And you did bad at...
Well, I had to take different tests when I was in Wisconsin, and then when I came here, I had to take a different test.
Coffee.
Oh, yep. You're in Florida.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Grandma. To answer your question, Stephen, I'm in Florida, and it's just the name of the exam. I see.
See, I had to take an art praxis and a PPST in Wisconsin.
Yep.
And I did fine on those. And then I came down here and had to take a different praxis, which was about, like, teaching ethics. And I got the workbook, and I did really, really bad. And it was, like, $45. And just getting out of college and having to pay for that and being like, well, if you fail, you'll have to take it again and pay for it again. I was like, oh, no.
I mean, yeah. In college and then also immediately, like, out of college, $45 is $1 million.
Yeah. And I did fine when I took it. Finally, I passed it on the first try. I was just so nervous because I did so bad in the workbook.
Yeah.
Cassie says it was 4 different praxis tests here in Kentucky. And someone said, I didn't know there were multiple praxis.
Coffee.
There's some general ones for education, but there's also ones that are specific to your content area. There's 3 art ones. I had to take 1 in Wisconsin, and there's 2 others. One of them is literally draw a box in 1-point, 2-point, and 3-point perspective. And that's it. I didn't have to take that one.
Cassie,
What's praxis?
Also, Cassie said $45. Andy paid over $150.
I was just taking 1 at the time. Praxis is, I think, a brand, like ACT or SAT, but for teaching.
Sorry, let me scroll back up. 400 bits from Either Crafting Live says, Mal, if you consider getting a small projector, it could be used for Switch games and it could project reference art for line work onto canvases. It'd be hard to... I mean, we'd have to, like... I'm trying to think of how we would even set it up to do that. I don't know if you would want to do that. Is that...
It's not really something I'm interested in with how I work.
Okay.
So...
Yeah. That's something I've never thought about.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if that's something you had thought about. There's people that have projectors and they really like them for, like, entertainment purposes.
Yeah, you have to get one that has a good bulb strength. Because, like, I had one in my classroom that was terrible.
Yeah.
And, like, I had to have all my classroom lights off to see, and I had no windows, so then the students couldn't, like, take notes.
Yeah. I mean...
It was bad.
The good ones, though...
Yeah.
The really, really good ones are expensive, but really good ones are really impressive because they... You know, it's basically however big you want it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to have a wall. Anyway, 300 bits from Squid, who says, even with the rocks, you still could have went with a cheaper option and just got rocks from outside. That's the free / extreme cheapskate option.
We don't have a lot of rocks around here. It's all sand.
I mean, it also, like, the rocks we get are paper stones, so they're, you know...
Yeah, these are...
flat. It would have been pretty difficult to find 4 very flat rocks of the same height. That would have been really difficult to do. Like, at some point you do have to say, well, I think I'll just spend the $10 to get the rocks.
He's like a bridge.
I remember that song.
Oh, you gave up. Were you uncomfortable?
He's like a bridge. He helps me cross water.
It's breakfast.
It is breakfast. Thank you. Good reminder.
You're so warm, Kepler.
Danny X6 with the 300 bits. Today's VOD title, Stephen and Mal defend the way they do things to a skeptical chat. I mean, you know, I can't stress. Like, we upgrade equipment.
Yeah, we do.
But
I got new lights. These are new. Well, one of them's new.
You know, it's a byproduct of how I was raised. You know what I mean? Like, growing up, things just did not get replaced unless they were broken. And that's kind of how I still am. Like, unless things are broke, unless something that we're doing ceases to work, then, like, we don't generally move things forward.
Which is why we had an old car that was falling apart under us as we got rid of it.
Yeah. Sachi says, you replace work equipment, not household items.
Work equipment is priority.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. It's very true. We tend to put an emphasis on that sort of thing. But, you know, I'm happy with some of the upgrades that we made.
Yeah.
Because Mal's audio sounds better. Mal has better, you know, lighting.
Yeah.
And I already know, I have a mental list of things that are going to get updates. Like, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
So I know what's going to happen. I have it all, like, mentally planned out. It's just waiting for the right moment, I guess. 300 bits from Shire says, listen, sometimes mildly inconvenient problems require backyard solutions. As absurd or lazy as they may sound to other people, the fact that can't be argued that sometimes just work, and isn't that really all you need? Sometimes you just need some rocks. It's true.
Oh man.
You just need some rocks.
Come on.
Do you need a headband?
No, when I put my glasses on, it went on the outside of my hair.
Oh.
Instead of like under my hair.
I see. I don't know what that's like yet. Give me just a little more time. 300 bits from Padawan Becca says, you look like Kramer from Seinfeld with the headband. Jerry! It's my best impression. Jerry! Hey. These pretzels are making me thirsty! There, you get 3. 100 bits from Paint Chipper. Thank you, PC. 300 from Shy says, muffins for breakfast. And also, muffin hair.
It was muffin hair, because it was like, muffin.
Yeah. I guess I did look like a human muffin.
A human muffin.
I don't like that title. Oh, look, here he comes, the human muffin. Hugh Muffin? I don't know if that's better or worse.
Muffin Man, there we go.
The Muffin Man, yeah.
That's better.
Here comes the Muffin Man. This morning is already coming full circle. Before the end of the stream, I fully expect the opening up of this muffin pit. I just looked down, I have crumbs on my lap. They're crumbly.
Yeah.
They're so crumbly. I was being careful, too. I still have it on me. It's fine. It's fine. 300 bits from Goldmage who says, good morning. So I missed last stream, mostly because my great-grandmother, who we talk to every week, died Sunday, buried her Monday, and then didn't sleep well that night and overslept on Tuesday. She was in her 90s and was the only one of her family to survive the Holocaust. No Albatross fact today, so maybe you guys can give the chat a bird fact instead. Thank you for both being yourselves. Well, I'm very sorry to hear about your great-grandmother, although it sounds like she had an, astounding life. I mean, living that long and also being a survivor of the Holocaust is incredible. Unfortunately, you asked someone about birds that doesn't know anything about birds. And that is kind of a problem. Mal knows things about birds.
What kind of birds did we see yesterday?
They were flying birds. It's small, and they could fly. They had color.
They were acting kind of strange. I thought they had a nest nearby or something. They were sitting on the gutters of our house when we came back, and
Birds
they were
are
real pretty. So I had to look them up because I hadn't seen them before. They were barn swallows.
Barn swallows, yeah.
And they, their breeding grounds are in our area, but they're not normally here. They come up this far to breed and then they go back south. So it was really cute. I've never seen them before in person, and they have these little split tails, and they were like bluish, and then they had like a buff colored chest.
Carlos said, I would have said the exact same thing, Steven. I mean, who really knows about birds?
Right now, my favorite birds are eastern bluebirds.
I mean...
Because I've seen some. Ninja Zelda has Orioles? Oh, I'm jealous.
I'm just, I'm not a birdologist, and because of that, I don't know much about them. I have seen a bird. I have seen a bird. At least, like, 2. But...
We have a bird feeder.
Yeah.
Do you never look at it?
No. Thomas says no one has ever seen a bird until Stephen George. I think so.
Ornithologist. Thank you, Platinum Pikachu. Man, someone nearby, down in like Brook Green area, saw a painted bunting. They look like a bird you keep as a pet. They're super bright colored. Here.
Mal's got to show me this.
They
bird.
have blue heads.
Holy Jesus!
Green wings and like
red bodies.
Red bodies.
What a weird looking bird. It looks like one of its parents was like a parrot.
Yeah, it does.
Like a tropical bird. What a weird bird. Anyway, there's been multiple people now that have said birds aren't real, and
did you know we had natural...
that might be true.
Did you know we had natural parakeets in South Carolina?
Yeah.
And they're extinct?
Yeah. I ain't never seen one.
They're a type of parrot. Well, they're extinct.
Yeah. I think that's why I've never seen one.
They went extinct in the almost 40s.
I know. And I haven't seen a single one since. What'd we do? Eat them? Probably.
I have no idea. I didn't read all of the Wikipedia article in 2 seconds.
Now that's surprising and legitimately disappointing. 500 bits from Mr. Gameboy says, so that was one weird English rule, so here's another. I before E, except when your foreign neighbor Keith receives 8 counterfeit beige sleighs from feisty caffeinated weightlifters. Weird. I did really good with that. No problem with that. The other one I did okay at. That one I was like, yeah, I can read that. Also, English, long sigh. It's a strange language. I'm glad I didn't have to, like, learn it. I mean, I did learn it, but you know what I mean. It's not, like, a secondary language, so it's not having to, like, combat previous knowledge. 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu. So Stephen has invented a new term, the golden resub, where the number of months is in the user's name. Well, I can't help but feel sad, as I'll have to wait about 12 years for mine. Platinum Pikachu 153. But hey, it's going to feel great when you hit that 153rd month. I think we'll all still be here. 11 months from Everchanger, who says, my birthday game in 2017 was Super Mario Odyssey. My brother's birthday game was that same year was Breath of the Wild and the Switch itself. Oh, man, so your brother got a birthday console. That's pretty good. I don't think I've ever had a birthday console. At least that I know of. 7 months from Annoying Gamer 12, saw the time and said, shoot, I'm late for breakfast stream. That's the spirit. Don't worry, we'll still be here. 18 months from Lucas says, nice headband. Thanks. And now since I've taken it off, I'm starting to have some of it fall back. Doggone it. I might... We'll see.
I thought you and Thomas made a pact.
Well, I made a pact until, you know, don't wimp out. I didn't make a pact so much as I was like, yeah, that sounds good.
Thomas said make a pact.
We didn't.
And you said, yeah, that sounds good. So it sounds to me like you made a pact.
We didn't.
That you can't cut your hair until this is all over.
We didn't sign a blood contract.
Oh, for a year? I thought it was
until
this was over.
It was for the rest of 2020.
Oh, okay.
Thomas was like, let's not cut our hair for the rest of 2020. And as I recall, I enthusiastically said, yeah! And then, within 5 minutes, forgot that I ever said it.
Well, Thomas was saying, like, everyone in Steven and Friends. And Jeff was like, we just cut Chaz's hair.
Coffee.
And also Chaz was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could... That's a long time. That's a long time. I mean, maybe. I'll tell you what.
Chaz says, LOL, never.
I'll tell you what, Thomas. I will continue to try.
I just need my ends trimmed. And you're gonna do that.
I can do it. I'm the best hair cutter.
No trim. I need a trim, though. They're all split. Because I haven't done it because it's so long.
Yeah. Anyway, 30 bits from Nixelpad says, and before you go to the store and just get Steven his own quarantine headband. I'm thinking maybe one of those colorful flower ones. The thing that's so strange to me is that Mallory used to have headbands.
I know. I got rid of them when I stopped wearing them because I always get headaches from things here. Like, my glasses are a hard thing to wear.
So you just got rid of them?
Because I wasn't wearing them.
Okay.
And, like, I got
remember,
these. Where'd it go?
There was a time.
I got these, and then these hurt too. And everything pressure here just gives me a headache. I can't do it. My glasses, I can't even wear my glasses that long.
I mean, I just remember seeing them at some point, but I guess that was a long time ago. How long ago did you get rid of them?
I don't know. After the apartment?
Jesus. Okay.
Like, before we moved into Blue Wall House.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Coffee.
That was a long time. Man, I don't know. There's some parts of our lives that are so long ago that, like, I don't even really remember. Like, I remember, like, I can't even tell you about Colombia. I'm like, I don't know what happened there. I know that we lived there.
There's little things I remember, but
it's just all kind of a blur. 13 months from Nerdy Revelry. Steven, please just buy her clip. You're going to go insane. Do I have a hat here?
no. You just have a cowboy hat. No. It's not going to help you.
Why?
Then you're going to have a big brim in front of your face.
Where is it? Just tell me where it is. Just tell me where it is. Do you know where it is?
No.
Do you know?
No, I don't know where it is.
You liar. You lie to me. You lie. Tell me where it is. Where's the...
I don't know where it is.
You don't... I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it.
Now it's mouse stream time.
Red Dead Redemption!
Shh, Ryan B. He doesn't need to know. Kepler is very concerned that Steven got up. Seti says it's in the garage. Nah, I try to keep most things out of the garage. Kepi's still concerned. Where is he, Kepi? Oh no, you found it.
Woo! Where's ASCII? That's a little nod to folks that watched the Let's Play. Alright.
You look...
I can't let any hair come out because that's the thing I'm trying to prevent. Alright. You know, in college for a long time, in the first semester, in the first quarter or whatever, I wore a hat. Not a cowboy hat.
I know you did. And because of it, you had your curls back here.
Yeah. I could go back to wearing a hat. I'm just saying.
No. Kepler, you're falling through my legs.
We don't know. 300 bits from Padawan Backhoe says, those words are literally 3 good in French. I had a feeling. I still can't say them.
Toi.
Toi?
Toi. Un, deux, trois.
Toi, what?
Toi. I was counting.
Don't count. There's only one
Toi.
thing there.
Bon.
What are you saying? Start
Toi.
again.
I was counting to 3 so you knew I was counting. And then that second word is bon.
Bon.
Un, deux, trois.
Toi, bon.
So, toi, bon.
It kind of sounds like trombone. But, like, someone stopped before finishing each word. 10 months from Flash to Firefox. Thanks to you all for 10 months. Might not be able to catch breakfast stream because of my new job starting next week, but I'll still tune in live when I can. Well, good luck with your new job.
Kira Lois says, you need to pull the broom down.
Ma'am. 300 bits from LHMS 1704. Thanks, Steven. You need to have your hair like that more. Just sleep with the hairband. Hashtag cool grandpa. Is that cool now to wear the headband like that? I can't keep up on the stuff. I'm gonna have to talk to Tyler. I feel like Tyler knows.
Tyler knows what's hip.
Tyler knows what's hip. If I need desperately very quickly to learn about what's hip, I just ask Tyler. I'll send him a message, be like, "What's hip right now?"
What are the kids saying? What dance are they doing?
What's the phrase? Because there's always like a phrase.
Yeah. I have
You know?
no idea what the phrase is.
I don't know. Is it still yeet?
No.
Is it people go out in public and they just go yeet? I don't know if that's still what they're saying. No? Okay, well, trying my best. 300 bits from Amby Walsh. So I just assembled a boxing ring on my Animal Crossing island, only to discover I've basically created a giant communal bed. You're welcome, fanfic writers. I actually put that. Oh God, there's no better time for a hoedown.
Getting killed in weird ways.
What?
You're wearing your hat, Red Dead.
Oh, I forgot what we were talking about. I was thinking you want me to shout about horses dying in very strange ways, like when they're on train tracks or standing in highways. Standing in highways. Better than the ones from before. Sorry, I did not connect horses getting killed in weird ways to Red Dead. So I just,
your hat?
yeah, to my hat. So I thought Danny was just like having a weird day. Like, listen, I need you to think about horses getting killed in weird ways. And I'm like, Danny, that seems like a cry for help. Yeah.
But now you know.
I had multiple horses die in Red Dead from standing on train tracks.
I think my favorite one was one you had it in cinematic and you like ran into the train.
That was really early on.
I know.
That horse died.
I know.
That horse was dead. It was incredible. Oh my God. I really hope. Yeah, that was Sally. Sorry for anyone that has like just started the LP and is like, wait, Sally dies? Yeah, it doesn't take long. You don't make it very long. Also, I think I also kept switching up the sexes of my horse.
Yeah.
Because I would just give the horse a name. I'd just be like, I'm just gonna give this horse a name, and then I'd be calling it. Yeah, Sally was a boy, because I was like, Sally. And then at some point, there's an episode where I start the episode and I just look behind the horse and I'm like, oh. And of course, it doesn't matter because then Sally dies. I didn't even kill Sally. It was cinema mode. Something horse with no name. Jules, I've been through the desert. Yeah, it's there's a lot of great ways to die in that game.
Coffee.
God. I miss Red Dead. Like, I'm not going to play it again because I 100%.
I can play it.
I 100%ed it. I'm looking forward to watching you play it at some point.
I know, but you need to force me to play BioShock first.
It's not forcing. There's just good art inspiration in there.
I know, but I'm anxious about it.
You do fine. You do fine. Anyway, Danny, thank you for the bits. I hope you enjoy. It was just... Sorry, I really, like, when I saw that come up, I was thinking, well, why? And then you were like, the hat. And I'm like, oh. Anyway, what I was saying is that I also put the boxing ring on my Animal Crossing island. And I didn't realize that it wasn't something you could, like, walk on. It's just an 8-person bed, basically. So when we get back to my island, I think we'll take a screenshot there. Like, we'll have everyone get on the boxing ring and take a... Maybe we'll get everyone to dress up like wrestlers. That could be fun.
Are you going to get the wrestling figures and put them around?
No.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
I don't have them. So...
Thomas has them.
Thomas has them. That's Thomas's thing. Thomas collects action figures, so I don't want to get in on his thing. Thomas says, I have all the wrestling suits. Thomas can supply the outfits.
Okay.
So, anyway, let's see. 300 bits from Paint Chipper says, I haven't woke up at 9 in a while, so I just want to say, because of breakfast stream, thanks for helping me get my sleep schedule slowly back on track. I'm glad to...
Assist with that?
I'm glad to assist. It helps us, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's definitely, things are always a little up and down around here, but, like, breakfast stream is always the thing that, like fixes it. It's like, nope, gotta make sure you get up for that. And like if Breakfast Stream wasn't around, even for us, it could get worse. So I'm glad that it's a help to everyone. Forces me up. 30 bits from Mr. Incredible Noob Lord. By the way, when did the haircut song change? I haven't really watched Breakfast Stream in a while, so I wasn't aware of it. Also, can you say Risengrynsgrot? It's Norwegian for rice porridge.
Is it Rees?
Risengrynsgrot.
I feel like I learned that word the one year I took a semester of German, and I thought it was Rees.
See, the problem is...
But it's been a long time.
The problem is, I don't know how to pronounce Norwegian words.
Yeah.
Like, if you give me a Spanish word I've never seen before, I can probably pronounce the word correctly, because I understand how you pronounce Spanish.
Yeah.
But I don't understand how you pronounce Norwegian, so I'm just like... just trucking along. Like,
You're throwing English rules at it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then sometimes making up completely new ones. As far as the haircut song changing, so this... It hasn't been the haircut song in a while. We did Yoshi's Island back in February, and we changed the song to Yoshi's Island, one of the songs from Yoshi's Island then, and then it became the Hoedown a few weeks ago. And since then, we've more or less retired the haircut. The problem with the haircut song is that it's so fast that the songs very rarely
were good.
Mm-hmm. Like the beats per minute in that song is so high that...
And there was like no lead in.
Yeah, there was almost no lead in, and it was super fast. So it was basically just say as fast as you can. But what about the butt song? Well, that's the thing. Like if you want your song to contain one word, then it's fine. But everything past that is real hard. We did get some good songs out of it.
Yeah.
But they were few and far between because it was just so difficult. Here's a good rule. I don't know what this is even pronounced, so I'm going to call it the O/. O/ is kind of pronounced like the double O in good. Okay. Like, I guess. Sure. The thing is, I won't remember that. Unfortunately. Oh, Mac Mayhem says I did good. So I just think good. Good. That's a... Yeah, I don't think I'll remember that, unfortunately. But when I see that letter... O/ sounds like an RPG attack. What do you call that? What do you call it? Now try saying grut. Grut, right? Because it would...
That sounded right.
That seems correct. Grut. Again, getting me to remember this past today is going to be difficult. Its name is how it's pronounced. Oh. Stay longer on the O. Grut. Grut. A Danish zero. The place that I've always seen it is in the Rode logo. Rode microphones.
Oh.
They have that in there. But I've always pronounced it Rode. Does that mean that it's actually pronounced Rud? Oh God. No.
Are they
I don't know. Now I'm like, shoot, are they like a Norwegian company? I have no idea. I've never bothered to look. I've always pronounced them Rode, but maybe it's Rud.
Coffee.
Will I continue to pronounce it Rode? Yes. But did I learn something today? Oh, Max says the company's not from there, it's just stylized. It's an Australian company. Alright. I gotta move on. I'm learning too much. 1,000 bits from GamerGirl2108. Morning, Stephen and Mal. I hope you're well. I sprained my ankle yesterday and now I can't drive for a week. I'm sorry. I hope you get better soon. It's one of those things like you're always thankful you didn't break anything, but you're also like, this sucks. Spraining something can be really painful, so hopefully you feel better soon. 15 months from Waste Aeon. Hello, George family. Hope you have a great day and something to look forward to. Yeah, today's actually going to be pretty good. You'll be back to painting.
Yeah.
We didn't do a whole lot yesterday because we went
had,
shopping.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff to do.
God, yesterday was a day.
Yeah, it was.
It was a whole thing and a half. We get a sub from Verde Burrito. Thank you, Verde. Welcome. Moist Crunchy Potato gives a sub to Human Muffin. It reminds me of that show, Human Giant. Doritos, ding. Sorry. I don't know how popular that show is, so I'm thinking there's probably going to be very few people that get that. Moselle with an E gives a sub to Jedi 2E. Thank you, Moselle. 9 months from Commander Beckles. I'm not prepared for this Twitch, baby! They just show up. I'm sorry. Congrats on Triple Plus, though. Moselle with an E also gives a sub to Human Muffin 341. Appreciate it. 245 bits from Macau 2020. Thank you. 11 months from Sifa Seeker. I took Chinese in freshman and sophomore year of high school. I'm a junior now. And I heard you talking about it in Tuesday's breakfast stream, so here's a quick lesson. Ni hao means hello, and ni hao ma is how are you. Hope you look forward to more. We learned that. That much we know. It's everything past that we don't.
Yeah. They tried to teach us more.
Yeah. We didn't do so good.
But learning a little bit of Chinese over the one earphone speaker was...
Also, shout
didn't stick.
Shout out to us going to China at the correct time to go to China.
Yeah.
Right before everything happened, and we can no longer travel anywhere ever again. China was cool. So much history. That's the big thing. That's one of the reasons I liked it so much.
Like,
is the history.
Like, there was history in Greece. Yeah. Like, and it was something
Greece,
to be there and see, like...
Yeah.
You know, the Parthenon and everything else we saw, but, like, China felt older. Like, the stuff we saw, I don't know.
It is.
Yeah.
It is older. Yeah, I really liked Greece, too.
Yeah.
But, like, both of those places are real good for history. If you want to learn cool things. I went to scratch my head and forgot there was a hat on it. Neat. 300 bits from Kareth Dreams. English is the language that mugs other languages for their grammar rules in dark alleys. True. Completely true. I feel bad for anyone who has to learn English as a second language because it seems truly upsetting.
Yeah.
Because you learn something and then there's other words that are like, oh, but we don't follow that rule. And you're like, but why? It's like, just because. It seems like it'd be very hard to learn as a second language. 300 bits from Murmur. Fun bird facts. The blue jay is a corvid, which is the same family as ravens and crows. Also fun language, Germans really like to combine words to make new words, such as glühbirn, which is a combo of glow and pear and means light bulb.
Yep.
Huh. So
that's why you get long words
pear
in German, because they just kind of start tacking on things to make new words.
Yeah, I've seen that before because I've seen some really like crazy stuff. 300 bits from Tipsy Taj. Good morning. I work in customer service and had to be at work at 8, which for me means getting up at 6, so I'm not late, and it's pretty slow over here right now. Well, I hope that your day goes well. Getting up at 6 is hard. It's what I wish for myself. Like, if I could choose any time of day to wake up, 6 a.m. is, like, definitively when I would want to...
The time you would like to wake up?
If I could choose, that is it. There's something... I mean, it's different, like, going to work at 6, because that's a completely different, like, mental feeling. But if I could just wake up at 6 and, like, watch, like, morning news, drinking coffee while the sun comes up...
Coffee!
That's what I want.
My grandfather would watch the sunrise a lot. I remember being super little, like, younger than first grade, because my parents were still together, and being at Grandma and Papa's house, and I remember I got up and he was up, and I was like, what are you doing up? And he's like, oh, I was watching the sunrise and having coffee.
Yeah. few people were pointing out that we can do that.
Yeah, I know. We can.
It's not that we are not able to do that. It's just that doing that is really
We're
hard.
getting there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's pizza time. I can't see the
song list offhand.
Well,
it's on a different screen.
It's not what I was going to say, though. I was going to say, I can't see those words, pizza time, and not think of Turtles in Time.
Pizza time.
When you get the little power-up, pizza time. Anyway.
Coffee.
It's a good song. 500 bits from Mr. Game Boy. He says, if you save off cutting your hair until the next Coliseum, I promise to donate $5,000 for the Coliseum. I know that it may be hard to make a promise with someone over the internet, but knowing me, you should be able to believe it a little maybe. I do believe it. I don't know that I can go that long without cutting my hair, because right now we don't know when Coliseum would even be, and that could be like April or May of next year, which means from here it would be like an entire year.
Because there's been no plans so far.
Yeah, there's currently no plans.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. At the very least, depending on my sanity, there may have to be scissors touch part of my hair.
Just the front?
Listen, I'm not saying that I'm going to have a mullet, but I might have a mullet. I just might. It's just the way of the world. That's where we are. There's a pandemic. People have mullets. It's a respectable style. People in Alabama love the mullet. And I love people from Alabama, so...
Thomas says, Steven, hear me out. Rat tails. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
I would wear a mullet. The question is, would you allow me to wear a mullet? It's sad. 300 bits from Shire says, all this talk of exams is reminding me of my exam to become an EIT engineer in training last May. The total cost is around $200. $25 for the study book, $25 for the practice test book, $50 to the state, and like $125 to the company that issues the test, the same one that sells the books, by the way. The study book also has all the info for every type of engineering test they give, and the practice book tells you what is relevant to study. I hate exams.
Yeah.
I hate exams. The only time I remember paying lots of money for something that would... Well, I mean, I took the SAT.
Yeah. I took the ACT.
Yeah, so I did that. That was a thing I did, so I guess I paid... I don't know how much the SAT is, but I paid for that.
I don't remember.
But the only other time I can remember paying for, like, a voluntary exam was whenever I took the certification for Final Cut. And I don't remember how much that was. I think it was, like, $150. Pretty sure. I think. And that was also, like, right whenever I was... Was I even out of college yet? I was out of college, wasn't I?
Yeah. Maybe?
Yeah, I was out of college. Anyway. Like we said earlier, like, $45 is a lot of money when you're in college. $150, I was like, oh god. Especially because, like, you could only get 6 questions wrong. And if you got it wrong, you had to retake the thing, so... Purple Boy says, you have to get certified for Final Cut. Well, it's just, if you are certified, then when you get a job, you can be like...
I'm certified.
I'm a
you can put it on your
certified
resume.
professional. Because generally what happens is you're working hourly, and if you have a certification in an NLE, that tells your employer that you know what you're doing to the point that you won't waste time trying to figure stuff out. So it's a benefit to the employer because they're like, okay, this person is competent enough with this application. So the problem is I got certified in Final Cut 7.
And then it became Final
And then
Cut X.
and then the year
10.
later it became Final Cut 10, and I was like, oh. But like whatever. I never used it because I never got a real job. And it was fine. It was fine. But I am certified. My name is on apple.com somewhere. They have a list of all of the certified people. 300 bits from Danny. For a second I was thinking, I'm pretty sure I'm okay, Stephen. Danny, are you okay? Are you okay, Danny? You've been hit by, you've been struck by, songs about horses. 300 bits from Shy says, The Rocks. I can do it, Arthur. I'm an amazing horse. I really miss Red Dead. I really miss it. There's just nothing left to do. You know?
I know.
Like, it's not like I'm going to go back and play it. Like, there's nothing left to do.
Is watch me experience
I know,
it.
and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Nightbot yelling at Jules. Jules, our Nightbot, it'll get you.
Yeah.
It'll get you. What Jules tried to post. What is this? I'm gonna click it. Sorry. Just realized that feeds into the thing, and I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't play Smooth Criminal. YouTube would be like, hi there, what was that? Looks like we're gonna have to mute this entire VOD.
Coffee.
I just wanted to see what it was. 3 months from Spliced Phoenix. Toast. Congrats on the plus. 300 bits from Ed Zoologist. So bird facts, right? Let's talk about the dodo bird. The dodo is one of the most well-known extinct creatures on the planet, and you may come to assume that the dodo went extinct during the Ice Age or some other time period with well-known extinct creatures, and you'd be wrong. The dodo lived all the way until 1662. That's right, the dodo was alive when Europeans came to America on an isolated island near Madagascar. The dodo was, like, just eaten, right? Like, we just killed them and ate them, and then they were all gone, because we're not real good at that. I'm pretty sure.
Sport, Satsy says.
For sport.
No, they were gross.
Oh. Just killed for fun. We should kill these things for fun. Huh. We don't see very many of these things anymore. Oh, they're all dead. Well. Time to kill something else for fun. 510 bits from Macau 2020. This is for Mao, and at noon Eastern, this is the AP French test. I'm not reading that.
You're not? Je suis un petit fille et j'habite avec un grand homme. I may have messed up that last word, but I guessed because it's been a very long time since I took French.
I mean, you did better than I would have done. So, cheers to you, Mao, and your knowledge of French, which is more than I contain. 500 bits from Mr. Game Boy. One edit to my deal. If you go through with this deal, Thomas is the one that gets to cut it. Oh, okay. Hold on. No, no. Okay. If theoretically I were to wait from this moment in time 12 full months to cut my hair, which already I'm like, I'm not entirely sure I can do that. If I were to wait, I don't believe that I would come out of that and let Thomas be the one to finally shape my hair into something. I'm like, if I managed to wait an entire year, I would probably and at that point it would be like 15 months.
Mm-hmm.
Like after waiting 15 months to get a haircut, I would probably let, a professional do it. Or I would just do it myself. I'm just trying to think of, like, what... Does Thomas have experience cutting hair? Probably very little. Mr. Kimboy says, fine, your mom can do it. I mean, if I wait long enough to get my hair cut, where I feel okay letting my mom cut my hair again, like, it would be my mom, I don't think I could let it be Thomas. And you know what? I love Thomas very much. I'm sure he would do great.
Jeff did a good job with Chaz's hair.
I mean, he did.
Uh-huh.
He did. But, I do know someone who will do an objectively better job. Nothing against Jeff. Nothing against
Who has
Jeff,
a license?
But, someone that has a license and has been doing this for, 30-something years. 300 bits from Prince, who says, here's a concept. Use every song you've used, but make the harder ones rare. A haircut song gives you a small warning it's coming to play. Yoshi's theme starts normal, Hoedown starts normal. Hoedown shows up most, Yoshi second most, and haircut being the rarest. Surely the magical Chaz can manage to shuffle your tunes. Maybe he'll even throw in a mystery rare song one you've never sung to before. Seems like it'd be very hard to sing to a song if I don't know what the song is going to be. Actually, Chaz put in both Hoedown and Yoshi to play like 50-50, and I didn't know. And then the first time someone did bits, it was Yoshi when I thought it was going to be Hoedown. So I had this brief wait, what? And Chaz was like, honey, do you just want it to be Hoedown? And I was like, well, it doesn't have to be, but I was not expecting Yoshi. And then he just turned off Yoshi. And I was like, okay. So... Href says, I didn't know. You agreed to it. I don't remember the things I agreed to, which is very scary, so please do not take advantage of this. He won't remember. Just make him sign this paper. 300 bits from Furious Kid. What comes between Veer and sex? Stay family friendly. What language is this?
German.
What numbers are those? Because I can't count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There's was that 4?
You're looking for the number 5 in German.
So a German 5?
Yeah.
It's probably something like Wein or something. How close was I?
Mr. Incredible Nooblord has it.
Fünf.
Fünf.
Fünf. That's a fun looking word. It's not as fun to say as it is to read. But I like how it's written. Fünf. Am I pronouncing that relatively well? Like fünf? You don't ever correct me. You just sigh a lot. That's fine. 10 months from Bella Bunny says, Yahoo double digits. Congrats. Reed the Nintendo Painter gives a sub to Cowboy George. Well, Cowboy George is a major player in the cowboy scene. That's for all those Isaac Brock fans. 500 bits from Mech Mayhem. You did a good job. You did good at the end with the Norwegian. Now try saying that is kind of pronounced like O. Hopper der far en fin dag barnebarn. Meaning, hope you have a good day, grandchildren. I hope I didn't, completely annihilate that, but the thing is, this isn't even anything new. People asking me to say things in different languages happens in mail. People have included that in mail videos because they want me to, read their language and be like, man, he did bad at the language. Sometimes I surprise them, but not often. 300 bits from Nixelpad. So on Tuesday I mentioned that I had time traveled to get rid of one of the villagers on my island. They left today, so hooray. Now me and my 25 NMT will be looking for a new friend. But it will be dangerous because I don't have a list of people I want. Curse the return key being right next to the apostrophe. Fortunately I got to read that as one complete thought, so it worked out. Thank you, Nixelpad.
I have a few amiibo cards that were duplicates that Emil had. And he was like, you can take some of these. And I was like, okay. So I took some. I took mostly cats for New Leaf so I could have Kitty City.
She wanted a cat island.
Yeah, in New Leaf.
Yeah, Kitty City.
In New Horizon, I got 3 cats with the amiibo cards. And then Pearl moved independently.
Yep.
And then I was trying to get villagers into my campsite because if you are talking to them, they'll give you a recipe to make something.
Yep.
Or they'll ask you to make something you already know. So if you don't know it and they ask you, they'll give you the recipe. So I was doing that so I could get recipes. And I was like, oh, I'll invite Lolly because she's cute. And then Lolly will give me a recipe maybe.
Because she's a cat.
Yeah. So I invited Lolly and I got a message that said, there's a voicemail. And Lolly's voicemail says, I can't visit because I'm packing up. Or I'm moving. Or something. And I was like, what? And she wouldn't visit my campsite. And it was really weird. So I talked to Emil about it, and he was like, I've never seen that before. And so I talked to Stephen and friends, and Thomas had Lolly, like, weeks ago. And Lolly moved out weeks ago. And I was like, weird. So apparently you have a queue in your island of villagers who are moving there. And so finally I was like, Daisy was like, I'm thinking of leaving. And I'm like, oh, Daisy, but I like you, but I want to see if Lolly's gonna move in. So I told Daisy to go. And I was like, go seek your destiny. And Lolly will be there today. Because yesterday it came up and said sold Lolly's house.
So it just took a long time.
Because no one in my town had moved out, because I wasn't letting them.
I don't have any villagers in my town that I, like, hate. Because I see on social media sometimes, people really hate some of the villagers they get. And I've never really had any that I'm like, I want this person in a ditch.
I mean, there's some I'd rather have.
But, like, there's occasions where someone will show up in my campsite, and I'm like, oh, you're pretty cool. And I'll talk to them, and then, like, someone on the island will get the little thing, like, should I move? But it's never the ones that I would be willing to, like, get rid of. Mm-hmm. It's always, like, my favorite people in the island. They're like, I've just been thinking a lot about leaving, and I'm like, but I like you the most. And they're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not getting this guy in the
You
campsite.
really like Puck.
I do like Puck. I posted on Twitter last night about Puck. Puck's great. Puck is the Ralph Wiggum of Animal Crossing. He's wonderful. He's wonderful. My favorite villagers are probably, I mean, I like Puck. Serrano, who is like a really grumpy old anteater. Mm-hmm. He's great. Those are probably my two favorites that I have in my village right now. I like Cookie, but I can only handle one villager like Cookie.
Do you know what personality Cookie has?
Cheery.
Peppy?
Peppy. So she's upbeat, and I'm like, okay, I can handle one of this. I don't want two.
See,
I wish I had a
two.
bunch of old grumpy people in my village, but it's hard to get them. Anyway.
So I have 5 cats now. And 2 were unintentional.
Well, yeah, but you want 10.
Eventually. But I do like seeing random ones show up, too. Just seeing the variety and the different ones. Which cats? I have Pearl, Rosie, Punchy, Mitzi, and now Pearl. Mitzi was my very first one I got a picture from in Wild World. So I was really excited to have Mitzi.
I saw people talking about Rodney, and I'm like, I don't know who Rodney. I have Rooney, but I don't have a Rodney. So they must be different characters.
Shai says, who is your Talks to Bugs villager? I have Zucker and Punchy. Those are my both lazy ones. Puck is Talk to Bugs, right? Because he's lazy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who this Rodney guy is, but apparently people really hate Rodney. I'm just like, well, what's wrong with Rodney? There was a villager.
This is Smug Hamster.
I have a smug hamster. His name's Graham. Is he a hamster? I don't know.
I thought Graham was not smug.
He seems smug. Maybe
I thought
he's
he
not.
was-
Maybe he's not smug.
What's Graham?
I don't know.
Graham is smug.
Yeah, I got one of them. Different guy, but like same thing. I got one. He's fine. He's like really into tech. His house is full of like servers and stuff, but also cardboard furniture. It's like he's put all of his money into equipment, but not his actual house. Oh my god! Oh my god! Graham is me. Cool. Sits on cardboard, but has like all the computer stuff.
LOL, boozled.
Seems fine. Mr. Incredible Noob Lord gives us up to Cowboy Hat.
Your hat has a sub.
Thank you. That's the voice of the hat.
Do you have any questions, ma'am?
How can I assist you? What can I do for you today?
Keep reading alerts.
Okay. 300 bits from LHMS 1704. I actually did it way better in English at school, even though I'm from Norway. I also prefer talking in English with my friends and brother. Well, I mean, that's good. I mean, I've never had to take English as a second language because I can't. It would be impossible now. So I can only guess at, the difficulty. But I do know that, from trying to take other languages and learn some of them, that I'm like, this is hard.
Learning languages is not for you.
It's not.
No.
It's not. And you know what? That's okay. Everyone's got like a thing. And that's not my thing. 300 bits from Shy. If you want to talk about the strangeness of English, how could you not mention the absurdity of English? I swear, British people literally make up words on the fly and others just roll with it to make it seem like an in-joke that only they can understand. It's, every once in a while, on our Discord, that'll be a subject. Like, every few months, there will be someone from... It usually will have, like, someone from the UK and someone from Australia, and they'll be talking about some of the words they use for different words. And it's always fascinating. Like, they'll say a phrase that's, like, extremely British, and then everyone is, like, trying to, like, guess what it means.
Pink X kicks. Hi there, UK Discord folk here.
Fossick says, and that'll go about 1,000 messages an hour. It's true. It's true. It's always fun for me to read, because I'll read through it and I'll be like, yeah, this is wild. Because there's all sorts of stuff that I'm not, familiar with. G&W Fangirl says, that hat, where did you find it? This hat is from, this is actually from a long time ago. There's a video on Dan's Vimeo? Maybe my Vimeo too?
I think it's just on
I think it's on Dan's, maybe. Called it's a music video for Rhinestone Cowboy that Dan had to shoot for one of his classes in college, and I'm the cowboy. So if you get a chance to watch it, it's great. If you've ever sat around thinking, I really wish Steven did a music video for Rhinestone Cowboy. For one, that's oddly specific, but two, it exists. So go. You could probably. I don't know how you can probably type in like Motion Dan Rhinestone Cowboy. Is that the name he used on Vimeo, Motion Dan? I have no idea. Mal will see if she can figure out how to find it. Oh, is it on YouTube?
No, that's the official.
Oh, that's the actual Rhinestone Cowboy. You take a peek. His old name was Dan the Montage Man.
That's where it is.
You think it's Dan the Montage Man?
Yeah, let me look.
You also typed in...
I know.
Den. Motion Den. So...
No, it corrected to that.
Oh, okay. I don't know, good luck. I feel like it was on YouTube, but I don't remember. Anyway. The mods might find it. Mal's trying to find it and can't, so... Oh, Pink Double X Kiss said put it in entertainment. Okay.
They did? Oh.
So it's in entertainment. Mods can grab it from there and post it, so if people want to see it, they can. Dan did a good job. There's also, and there Fossix has got the link. There's a part, I presume that's it. Of course, I can't play it because I've already learned my lesson.
Open it quick and then close it, just to see if it is.
I mean, it probably is. Yeah. There's a part, if you watch that, there's a part where I have a cigarette. Like there. Yeah, I know. There's a part in there where like one of the scenes starts and I have a cigarette and I'm singing and I just like flick it.
Did you pick it off the ground?
Literally picked that cigarette up off of the ground to get that shot.
Is that the only time you've touched one?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Obviously, I don't like take a drag from it because that would be disgusting. But I did pick it up for the shot. I'm willing to do things for, you know.
Think of the footage.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I was trying to help my friend with his project, and I was willing to do it. It's fine. I washed my hands at some point. 12-month sub, a year from Twilight Yoshi. I've been sub for a year. Heck yeah. Thank you both for being such luminaries to this community. We love you, Grandpa and Grandma. Thank you, Yoshi, and congrats on an entire year upgrading those pluses to a number. 2 months from Nearad. He says, can't remember if you guys have talked about it recently, but what are the plans for the Okage LP?
Coffee.
I mean, the plan is that we want to do it. And there's not really much past that.
Yeah.
It's something that we want to do, both Mao and myself. It's a game that I've played a little of and think would be really fun, and Mao has played through and is fun.
I really want people to experience it.
It's
because there's some really cool things it does.
It's tulip levels of absurdity at points.
At points.
So
some of it reminds me a little more of Earthbound.
Yeah, and it's also an RPG.
Yeah.
So yeah, at some point we'll do it, and like I don't know exactly how that'll take place. We're streaming games more than ever, and it's been really beneficial.
And
to
we
do
could
that.
play it. I mean, it wouldn't be totally blind for me. It's been a long time since I've beaten it, but there's one dungeon I would definitely need to like find a walkthrough for.
Yeah.
Just one. One of them is stupid difficult.
Ragging Gymnast says, is the future LP consideration page on your website up to date? Probably mostly up to date. There's probably something on there that's already been played that needs to be taken off or something. But it's probably mostly up to date.
But there's things in Okage that are really cool, and I want to talk about them, but I don't want to spoil it.
Don't spoil them. Don't spoil them. Yeah, it's a game that I want to play, but also, you know, whenever people ask about specific titles, you know, I just try to remind them that at any given point, we have like 50 plus games that we're like, I want to play this. Because that LP consideration list is not even the list I keep on my phone of things to stream. Some of the games on that list are on there, but there's also a ton of other things. So there's just a lot. There's a lot. Doodle, I'm sorry. Remind me. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. I'll tell the phone. Hey Siri. Remind me at 12:45 to remove BioShock from the future LP considerations list.
Okay, your reminder is set for today at 12:45 p.m.
Did we lose?
Yep.
Okay, the stream's dead. Huh. Hi, YouTube.
Did the internet go up because of the storm?
I mean, it's not even attempting to reconnect. Kilobits per second is 0.
No internet.
Oh, no, it's back. We're back in green now. There we go. Hi, folks. No idea what happened. Did our power flash?
The power did not flash.
The power couldn't have flashed because
we would have seen it.
Yeah. Welcome back. I tell you, going without internet really affected.
We have a storm coming through. I can hear it.
Really affected my sad old heart. How often am I going to be able to make that joke while wearing a cowboy hat? Not often. Anyway, shout out to the folks on YouTube who get to enjoy a period of like 30 seconds where we go, "Hi, YouTube!" Anyway. I didn't really miss anything because we saw the Fs and we stopped, so... Now where were we?
Steven was making a note to get rid of BioShock on the future thing.
Yeah, I made a note for that. Oh god. Peggy? In my internet? It's more likely than you think. Thank you, Nixelpad. 2033 bits. Yeah, I don't know what happened because our power didn't flash.
No.
So like, did our internet just drop?
Maybe.
Never happened.
I didn't have it on my phone for a minute.
I don't think that's happened since we've lived here.
There's a storm.
But why did it affect the internet and not the power?
Maybe it hit wherever the thing is.
Maybe. It's hard to tell. 300 bits from Nixelpad says, I know I'm throwing bits at you like rice at a wedding, but each teaching certificate examination I have to take to be a teacher is $150, and if you fail it, then you have to wait a month to retake it, and it will be more expensive the next time. Wait, what? That's stupid. However, thanks to Madam Rona, I was able to sign up to take it for free. Thank you, Madam Rona. Also, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Is that normal? Where if you fail, you have to, like, keep paying more money?
I mean, for me, it was the same amount again. It wasn't more for me, but it may be different in Florida based on the test. I don't know.
I don't like that.
No.
Gross. I mean, I guess that's like... I'm trying to understand the reasoning. It's like an incentive to, like, do good the first time?
I don't know.
I'm glad that I have not had to jump through those hoops. Although...
There's a lot of them for teaching.
I was like, I know someone who has.
Yep.
I've always liked the idea of being a teacher, though. I've always thought that would be fun. To be like to do high school like film, and to get kids thinking about those sorts of concepts early.
There's not a whole lot of classes for that.
I know, and that's what I would want to do very specifically. Yeah. I don't want to teach social studies.
Yeah.
I want to teach
Yeah.
this very specific thing. 300 bits from Konosuga. Just tuned in and Grandpa is a cowboy now. What in the world did I miss?
Coffee.
I mean, not a whole lot. My hair's bad. It's long, it's big, and the hairband was not as effective as...
A cowboy hat?
A cowboy hat. Cowboy hat worked better. 500 bits from Mr. Game Boy. Do you think I can convince your mom to not do it for charity? What do you think? I know she's watching. I would... I'm not sure, but so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, hair is my mother's, like, lifeblood. Like, cutting hair is, like, her anti-kryptonite. So that'd be a very difficult thing for her, is to be like, don't cut hair, because naturally, like, people in a state where, like, they're not doing anything naturally gravitate towards certain things. Hers is cutting hair. Like, if she was stuck in a Walmart with, 100 other people for, 3 months, she would just start cutting everyone's hair. It's the weirdest analogy I've ever made, but it's just what would happen. And she would also bake them brownies. So I don't know. I cannot speak for her. I'm not sure what she would think. Kiwi King 52 gives us up to 13th Arcana. Thank you, Kiwi King. 300 bits from Nixelpad. First Islander I found, Flora the Flamingo. Not really into her, but she's pretty. Dan has a flamingo. We'll meet... Dan's episode isn't out yet. It'll be Saturday, I think?
Does Dan have, like, the fire flamingo?
I
think
know.
Flora is, like, the flamingo.
I'm not sure which one which one Dan has. But we'll be at Dan's Island, I think, this Saturday?
Yeah, I think Dan has... Someone has Phoebe.
Pretty sure. We got an 8-month resub from Anna Banana Bread. Good morning, grandparents. 8 months already. Looks like the Twitch baby's coming soon. Last week and this week I've been playing through Twilight Princess with your LP and Hero Mode on the HD version, and I'm at the final area already. Might finish it today. Good luck. It's been long enough since I played Twilight Princess that I don't remember the game. I remember the guy... There's a guy with, like... Zev, Zeke, Veal.
ZA.
Zgel, Zal,
Zant.
Zant.
Since he says, I have a Let's Play for you I can recommend.
Zant. I got there. I remembered mostly. Zgel is not really that far off from Zant. Although I do prefer Veal. Jules says Mario. What was it I was talking about last night? We were talking about Avatar, and I was naming the characters.
Oh, because of John's tweet about which one are you or something.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
You were trying to name characters,
and I was like, I saw the show and I don't remember it at all. I was trying to name the characters, and Mao was laughing. She was like, "Oh, you are not remembering very well." I did pretty good. Aang, Boomerang Buck, Zorchada, something like that. The girl with the ice, Zorchada. Floof. That's the little weasel that sits on Aang's shoulder. Floof. Big Boy. That's the one he rides. Big Boy. I think that's every character in the show. I don't think that there's any other characters. God, what's the other ones? Name something that have. Oh wait.
Should I just pull up the photo?
I mean, it's not gonna help me.
Oh, I know.
It's not gonna help me. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't retain things very well, so I can watch a show and then within like 2 months, I'm like,
Here.
all right, I'm gonna look at the same image. Aang, Zorchada, Buckarang, Boomerang Buck, Ned.
Ned.
The Fire Boy is Ned? Neil? Ned! Does it start with an N?
No.
Shoot.
It starts with a Z.
Zed? Zant? Oh, wait. I don't know. I thought his name was Ned. Lucy. I don't know. Uncle T. Who is the shouty girl? That's the sister to Ned. But what is her name? Flora. I think it's Flora. This is Ned's dad. Nad. King Boomy?
I'm pretty sure that's right.
Is that right? Is his name King Boomy? Cool. All right. This character's not in the show. Like whoever made this threw this character in from some other anime just to throw you off track. There is no way in hell this character was in the show. I've never seen this man in my life. Who is this guy? Who is this? I don't know who he is.
Stop, you're hurting.
Let me tell you about Avatar. It's my favorite show. I'll go through the characters and tell you what I know. There's Aang, Zorchada, and there's Boomerang Buck. It's clear when it comes to this show, I don't remember things. Don't remember things. Good save. That character's not in the show. The one next to King Boomy?
I thought I'd be fine in a hoodie, but I'm so warm now.
Then the one next to him is Dave. That's from like Evangelion or something. Evangelion.
Evangelion?
Yeah, Evangelion. That's Ned's girlfriend, but like at the beginning they're not really into each other. Stacy? I don't know who that. Oh wait, is that one the one that's a cloud? She's a cloud and like Ned, no, not Ned. Boomerang Buck really likes her, but then oh, she's a cloud. And then
No. A cloud, it's the moon.
Shoot. That's it.
She's not even on there.
Well, who is that then? Who is this?
They're friends.
Oh. I don't remember her. I thought she was the cloud. And then Big Boy and Floof. All right.
What picture is this? This is the picture on John's Twitter from 17 hours ago, where he said this may or may not prove a point of which Avatar character vibes do I give off.
So I got Aang and King Boomy right.
Yeah.
I'm still upset that they put 2 characters in there that aren't from the show. That one dude is not in the show, and that other girl is not in the show.
Coffee.
I refuse to believe that. 300 Bits from Mythen Crafting Live says, speaking of Dan, how is the spectacular Spider Dan doing after his hospital trip? Heard any updates? He is home and well. Everything's good with Dan. If folks may not have heard, Dan had a spider bite and reacted and went to the ER to make sure that he, lived. And he's good now. The funny thing in all of this is Dan was wearing a Spider-Man shirt. Like, did not plan that, obviously, but went to the hospital in a Spider-Man shirt.
And then was like,
I got bit by a spider. And I can only imagine that the hospital staff was like, right. Sure you did. But he's good. He got some medicine, and they also gave him some EpiPens to have at home, just in case it happens again. But, yeah, it's pretty great. Like, I'm sad that he went to the ER, but I'm so glad that if he had to go from a spider bite, he went with the shirt on. So, yeah, he is Spider Dan. 4 months from Mr. Hobo Robo. Howdy, y'all. Howdy. Hobo Robo. 300 Bits from Danny says, Steven, since you're the one who makes them, I'm curious to know your thoughts about all the fan-made logos people have been making for Emil. It's been really cool to see them. It's been really cool to see them. Because he's been retweeting a bunch of stuff. And he actually, Emil's very sweet, and he messaged me to make sure it was okay with me that he was retweeting all of that stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's totally fine. I enjoy seeing the creativity. Some of them are extremely good. Like, extremely good. And then also
I saw one where someone cut it out of cardboard and said for Labo. I thought that was funny.
And then some of them are just really creative like that. So I've always enjoyed getting a chance to see that stuff. So yeah, I like it. It's also fun to see the ones for games that like Emil's never going to do. Because there's some on there, it's like, I know some people really like specific games and they're like crossing their fingers that Emil will play their favorite game. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, there is a 0% chance that Emil is ever going to play this one.
Ow. Ow.
But it's fun.
Ow. Ow.
300 Bits from Prince, who says, another AI for you, Inspirobot. It takes a graphic and a text and mashes them together to try and make inspirational posters. It's fun to just hit generate a lot of, and then you'll hit the lore and enjoy some ridiculous but sometimes actually inspirational posters. But the lore is fun too. Insectoids could never own a tech company. Probably own. We actually did breakfast stream. We did a breakfast stream with Spirobot. Wouldn't that be fun? Where we only say things that Inspirobot tells us to say. We did a Broken Picture Phone episode where we only did Inspirobot.
Did that come out?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's an old one. I don't remember which episode it is, but it's a good one.
Yeah, it was a good
All
one.
of our prompts are Inspirobot, and I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. We got a sub from Rye Guy 1 2005. Welcome. 4 months from T Mug Celeste. Hi. The song that I had to sing was from Mr. Game Boy, who wrote "Stop, You Are Hurting Me, Please." I'm sorry. I did what I could, and I did get 2 of them right. That's pretty good. And then 300 Bits from Nixelpad, who tells us who they are. Aang. Oh, you're just writing what I wrote. Aang, Boomerang, Buck, Zorchada, Floof Floof. No, not Floof Floof. Floof Loof. It's an important distinction. Big Boy, and I think that's every character in the show. Ned, Neil, Zed, Lucy, Uncle T, Shouty Girl aka Flora, Ned's dad, Nad, King Boomy, that character's not in the show, Dave, Stacy, Cloud Girl. Thank you for this, Grandpa. I hope someone saves this for posterity. I remembered now, after you said that it was the moon.
That she's not that person?
No, I didn't remember that. I just remembered that it was the moon, not the cloud.
Yeah.
But there was something there that I was like, oh yeah, she's like a
Moon.
Yeah. Don't even ask me to recall anything from Full Metal Alchemist. It's gone. It's all gone. I can't remember the characters' names. I know one of them is Ed. I don't remember the other one, and I don't remember which one's Ed. So it's not a good situation. Oh my God! Sorry. Pet me, Dad. Works really well in Full Metal Alchemist. 300 bits from Shy. On the subject of remembering games that you haven't played in a while, I can generally remember the major beats of almost any game I've played through before. For example, my cousin was playing through Sun and Moon after realizing he'd never finished it. Problem was, he had no idea where he had to go next. It took all of 2 questions over text for me to figure out exactly where he was and what he had to do next. His reaction was something along the lines of, "Why did you know that?" Yeah, I forget things pretty quickly afterwards. It just doesn't
stick.
It just doesn't stick. It's a really it's hard too, because like people will ask me about games from a long time ago and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, did I play that?
Or things that happened in Let's Plays.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part. Oh, here's the real names. This is 500 bits from Shaman. Aang, Katara, Sokka, Zuko. His name is Zuko.
Not Ned.
Toph? Toph? Which I don't remember. I vaguely remember the character. Toph?
Yeah, like toffee.
Ero, Azula, Ozai, Boomy, Long Feng. Who is Long Feng?
That was the one you said wasn't in the show. You were like, this person's not in the
Who
show.
is Long Feng? Who is that?
Wasn't he like not a general, like a...
You don't know either. I don't think Long Feng made a very good impression. Personally. I don't remember.
The secret police. Yeah, like...
Man, I'm trying to recall, like, the plot of the show. And it's not going well. Mentally. Like, I realized that trying to recount what happens, I'm like, oh, it's really spotty. Anyway, Zhao, Suki, Mai, Ty Lee.
Ty Lee was the one that you said was Cloud Girl.
Okay. Appa and Momo, you're welcome. Long Feng? 666.
I mean, I'd pull up a picture of him, but...
Yeah, it doesn't help me, does it? 666 bits from Nixelpad says, Big Brother Ed. Ed's the older one. So the Armor Boy is not Ed. Armor Boy is Zach. Ned.
Someone has to be Ned.
Someone's Ned. Someone is Ned. Zach?
No.
Zelch.
No.
Zeke.
Starts with an A.
Alex.
I mean, he's closer.
Al.
Yeah.
Al? It's just Al?
Well, Alphonse.
Alphonse?
That's his full name, but he goes by Al. Nobody is Ned.
Homer's neighbor is Ned. See, there's a Ned. Chaz, I think we know what we need to do. We need to make an anime about a character named Ned. Man. Ned Stark. There you go. Doorbell Man is Ned. Family Ned. Oh man, if it was Nad, that'd almost work. His family Jules, family Nads. It's family friendly. 2-month sub from Gerber1218. Steven, can you remember who you married? Yeah. I have to say her name every single day, so I remember. Jules is great. I'm already an anime character. It's very convenient. Do you have a large sword? Like the size of your body? Because that'll make this easier. You'll be able to just move right into this new role.
I mean, the hair.
That's what I mean. He said
Yeah.
he's already got the anime thing down. So, Sachi says, "Do you?" Maybe.
Coffee.
There's a sword here somewhere. 30 bits from Nixelpad says, to stick up for grandson Tyler, Ned does exist. He runs the fishing hole in Ocarina of Time. Hail the quad son. There you go. I knew Ned was real somewhere.
Somewhere.
Something something asking about my sword size. Something something family friendly.
Coffee.
It's not that sort of show. 300 bits from Prince. Top 100 memorable moments that are in character moments for Ned. I may just bring Ned to life for you. If you can make a list now, make it later, Ned shall live. I think Ned is a faithful disciple of Peggy and Lamp, the reason both forces are at peace with each other. Things that should never come to the TRG Coliseum. Peggy. Have to keep that one separate, otherwise the universe implodes. You know, we haven't watched a show in a while.
I know.
I can tell you basically everything that happens in Dragon Ball.
It's because you watched it as a kid.
I really think that there was a cutoff. Mm-hmm. I really think I was only allowed to remember things until I was like 16? And then after 16, my brain was like, that's enough! And I'm like, what?
Brain's full.
I was like, can I remember more? And my brain's like, nope, we're throwing everything out. You can hold on to it for like 3 weeks. And I'm like, oh, that's a shame. There's some things I would, I wouldn't mind remembering. But yeah, it's probably like 16. If it happened before 16, well, actually, that's not even true. But if it was media,
yeah,
I remember some shows.
God. Oh my gosh. It's straight up in the front. Turn to the side, turn to the side.
It looks like I'm going to sell you a car. Wow. Who's the anime character now, Jules?
4 fingers high?
I have become Ned.
Ned was inside you all along.
The Ned was in me all along.
Oh, it's starting to fall down.
Satsy said Trigun. I couldn't tell you the plot
Pull
line.
one strand down.
I couldn't tell you the plot line of Trigun, but I remember the character Vash.
Turn to the side, turn to the side.
It's me, Anime Grandpa.
Turn to the side.
I did! I just looked at you. This is the side. What does that mean? I'm looking at the side and you're like, turn to the side. Which side? Think about how big Jules' sword is.
Danny. He's an anime character.
People are having me sing songs and oh my lord, they want me to tell them about the size of Jules' sword. I've never seen it personally, I've just heard lots of things. I hear that it's bigger than my finger with my ring. Specifically, it's one of those French swords.
What?
You know those little things?
What?
It's in France, it's like, there's a word for it, it's like poupon or something, but they stab. You know, what's those things called? A rapier? Is that the name of the sword? But what's the event?
The event.
A foil. I'm thinking of a foil. What's the event though? What's the event?
You're thinking of the word touche.
Fencing. I'm thinking of the word fencing. That's what I was thinking of. Because those are really thin little swords. Anyway, I'm speaking.
My favorite sport is small French sword offense.
Ah! It's so hot up here. Listen. Jules says very long though. Well, of course. Can you imagine how silly those Frenchmen would look? Also, sorry, I have to say this. Wee wee.
Go away.
Ah! Okay, sorry. Woo. 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 Ooh. Ow! Oh god! Oh, the little things are still in here. I slapped myself in the skull. Ah, I gotta hold them down. Woof. 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 All right, hold on. now. Let's wrap this up. That was from Danny X6 with the hashtag family friendly. Always asking me to sing the good songs that can't possibly be misconstrued. God. Also got 200 bits from LHMS1704. Appreciate it. 300 bits from Shy, who says, fine dining. Fine dining and breathing. Oh my God, we threw out his name. That's how I feel a lot. Is that SpongeBob episode. Reed gives a sub to Take a Breather, which is what I've attempted to do. Mr. Gameboy 18 with 500 bits and asks, what, in the most detail possible, what was the last movie you watched about? I think the last movie I watched was Star Wars.
Coffee.
I watched the original trilogy for the first time, and that was late 2018. It was the last time I saw a movie. And it was, I've talked about this before. It's about a young, I'm gonna give it my best shot. Luke Skywalker lives.
Chaz.
We don't have time for this. Chaz will be quick, and it'll only cover the fourth film. Luke Skywalker lives on a desert ranch with his uncle and his aunt, and he repairs robots. One day, a ship. Okay, actually, before that, there's a ship in space, and R2-D2 is on there, and he's like, "Oh my God, I got the secret message from the princess," and C-3PO is there. I don't know if he's there. Anyway, so they get like a special message, and then we go back to Luke. He lives on a desert ranch, and at some point this big truck comes by and it's like, "Do you want these robots?" And he's like, "Yes." And then he takes them, and then they're chilling in like a basement, and they're all chilling down there. And R2-D2 is like, "Beep beep beep," and C-3PO is like, he knows secret stuff, and Luke's like, "Oh my God, tell me." So then they find out that some secret stuff, and then somehow there's a transition to that they gotta go find oh God, what is it? No. Is it Qui-Gon Jinn or Obi-Wan Kenobi? One of those. Qui-Gon Kenobi that is referenced in the letter, and they're like, "Oh my God, old man Qui-Gon Kenobi, he lives on the outskirts of town. So we'll go see him." So they go to see him, and there's a brief scene where they're walking through a really narrow canyon, and someone in the canyon's like, "I have a gun, maybe." And then they get through that, and also they take a hover car, which is neat. And then they get to Qui-Gon Kenobi, and Qui-Gon Kenobi's like, I don't do this kind of thing anymore. And Luke's like, "Please," and he's like, "Okay." And then he teaches him the Force? I thought he learned it from Yoda, but I don't think Yoda's in that movie. I'm just going to assume he says, "You need to go see Yoda," and then he goes and sees Yoda, and Yoda's like, "Stand on your head, and then you can move boxes now." And then... Oh wait, no, the airplane part is in that movie too. So once he knows how to stand on his head, he goes back, and the princess is like, "Save me," and he goes, "Okay." So then he gets in a special airplane. Now sing it. Luke gets in his special airplane with the rest of his crew, and he knows just what to do. He flies down to where there's a big hole, and he lets out a bomb like a big friggin' mole, and it blows up the spaceship. And that's the end of the fourth film. That's the end of the fourth film.
End with a dab.
And it... something like that. It's like Mega Man. Anyway, so...
It's like Mega Man.
So he does that, and then... I think that's it. There's a but like Darth Vader's in there somewhere, but I don't remember. Oh, and someone dies. Someone dies. Okay, there's Qui-Gon Kenobi who teaches the thing, but then there's another guy. I don't remember the other guy. I think one of them's Qui-Gon Jinn and one of them's Obi-Wan Kenobi. So whoever the other guy is shows up at some point, I think in the fourth film, to fight Darth Vader and just die. Like, he shows up and is like, "I'm dead." And, like, that's it. Anyway, the film ends, and it's a complete thought, whatever it is. Like, Darth Vader's alive, but the film is a complete thought, and New Hope is the best Star Wars film. I think I got it. All right. I was very purposely not reading chat during all of that so I wouldn't spoil myself. So I don't know how I did. But, you know, I'm not saying Qui-Gon Kenobi is a real character. I know he's not. But I couldn't remember if it was Obi-Wan Kenobi or Qui-Gon Jinn. I couldn't remember, so I just put them both to just hopefully get somewhere with it. Anyway, Mr. Gameboy, thank you for the bits.
Jules.
I'm really impressed. You pretty much know. Thanks. I've seen it once.
Stephen did this with Harry Potter before.
I've upset so many people in my life. How's it? What's it feel
Big
like?
friend. All I know is he's like, you're a wizard.
He lives under the stairs. He gets sent to a special school, and he meets Big Friend.
Big friend.
And then he fights a 3-headed dog. That's the entire film. I need to wrap this up. 300 bits from Prince, who says, so Ned can fence with his rapier, or is a disciple of either Peggy or Lamp. What else about Ned should I know? I'm going to make him for you. That's it. That's all of his qualifying characteristics.
Chess says there's no more movies. There's no more time.
300 bits from Maximin, who says, whiny blonde boy goes on an adventure with a princess and a furry and blows up a giant space ball at the end. Is that Full Metal Alchemist? 20 months from Cormond, who says, wow, 2 hours late and I can still catch the stream.
Coffee.
Welcome to what Breakfast Stream has become in the last few weeks. Pandemic. 1500 bits from AA Samurai. It's 11 a.m. We lunch stream now. Oh no. 100 bits from Reed. Thank you, Reed. And 300 bits from LHMS 1704. Steven explaining Star Wars gives me life. His name is Obi-Wan Kenobi, by the way. So is that the one it was? The one they go see is Kenobi. Okay. Qui-Gon Jinn must be the guy that shows up and dies to Vader. Or is that Kenobi? Does Kenobi show up and die? Anyway. And also a sub from Isenia. Thank you. Kenobi is the one who dies. Okay. Alright, time to end the stream, go home. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Things to announce. Normal stuff.
Normal stuff.
Nothing special. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, join us for Super Mario RPG as we continue in the sea. I rhymed that. It wasn't really intentional, but I'll take it.